Welcome to Paint and Breathe number 16, where we just get together and hang out and paint whatever we've got going on and have some time with some good company and hopefully take a breath. Oh my God. Take a breath when the camera doesn't want to stay in its camera holder and, you know, all of that good stuff. Oh, fine. Stupid phone. Hi, Cara. How are ya? Oh my God, this is going to be the kind of day it's going to be. Let me try and tighten this. Is that going to do anything for us? Nope, not today. I have a new phone holder out in the other room. I think I might have to go get it. We'll see. Kim, hi, how are you? Yet again, Kim and Tina, if you're watching, I have fucked up and not gotten your stuff to the post office. It is going out tomorrow. I didn't have a box for one thing. I've had to do an extra touch-up on something else. And I'm not pleased with myself. But I swear it's coming. And I promise there will be some goodies in there to make up for it. Painting your birdhouse. Wonderful, Cara. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Tina. I don't know if you heard that too, Tina, but because of who I am as a person, apparently, I am still not got your stuff in the mail, but it is going out tomorrow. I've got all the boxes. I've got everything set out. I literally just have to put some extra packing material in a couple of them, and they will be good to go. Oh, I know that that's meant to make light of it, but I hate it so much, and I need to do better. I need to do better. It's not professional. Enjoying your vacation? Nice. Lovely. I know. Thank you, guys. I love ya. So how long are you on vacation for? What are you up to today, Tina? I think I saw Ashley and Tara live on TikTok earlier. Were you over there hanging out? Is anybody over there? Yeah. It's so fun to see all the stuff that everybody paints. Thank you, Kim. I had a pretty good meltdown. The car's in the shop right now, too. So I had to take that in today. That was another thing that delayed everything. However, it is still ultimately my responsibility because I should have gotten this stuff done for you guys a long time ago. And I was really upset because I was like, you know what? These are the people that support me more than anything. These are the most understanding people that you could ever hope to come across. And these are the people I should be doing more for. You know, these are the people I want to do so much for. And just know that I'm becoming more self-aware in all of that. And I am looking forward to changing some habits and getting more on top of that stuff. Now, you know what? I'm going to see if I can use my power cord. Yeah, we had 2 wheel bearings go and a tie rod. So, yeah, fun stuff. So once this live is done, hopefully I will have a voicemail on my phone from the mechanic saying that it's ready to go pick up. And then hopefully nothing else will happen at all. 2 weeks, that's lovely. You're watching they're live on the other device, that's awesome. And you're watching them on the iPad, I love that. Oh, I love that. You guys, there's so much ingenuity. I love it. I figured before we get started, so I had a moment today too where I'm like, what the hell am I going to do today? I don't know what I have to work on. So I've got a couple of things. One is that I bought some new paints that were on sale at Michael's when I finally went, and I finally bought myself a new chalk pen. So I think I'm going to be able to get rid of these other ones. I'm going to try a couple things though, because I think there might be still a couple things that I can do to save them. But we're going to see. Anyways, I bought some paints. There was a bunch of paints on for $1. I don't normally buy the Craft Smart paint, but I really liked these colors. And now that I know more about mediums and how to thicken them up, then I figured I'd give a couple of the colors a try. So I thought we could swatch some of those, and then maybe we'll do some work on the Neon Bliss teapot, and then just see where the time takes us after that. How's that sound? That sound okay? I bought some of the folk art dots as well, not because I necessarily really have a need for the paints, but I just really liked the color. Oh no, did the sound go out? Oh, yeah, I had a pretty good meltdown. I did. I had a pretty good meltdown because you guys are just so incredible, and I feel like I'm doing the least for the people who do the most for me. You know, you guys are so patient and understanding and kind about all of it, and so yeah, it just makes me want to I need to step it up. I need to make some changes. It's okay. It's all right. Working on that self-awareness to help figure out what I need to do. And you know what? I'm going to therapy now. You guys love the crap out of me. Don't do anything for me. Are you kidding me? Oh, good car. Yes, please post it. Please post it. Like, look at that color. Isn't that such a pretty orange? It's almost coral, but it's almost orange too. I think you could probably mix it up and make a pretty color. Like, I feel like if you added like a little white to it or something. I'm going to pull this gunk out of it though. Good thing I saw that. You guys do so much for me. And just know that I'm grateful. Aren't they cute scissors? We have really cute scissors in the craft section at our dollar store. So lucked out with that one. All right, let's give it a shake again. Let's see what these are like. Anybody tried these ones before? I've got Tara's paints, right? So I've never felt the need to. I'm like, but they're on sale, and I really, really like that orange. I was obviously feeling very springy with all of the colors that I got. And they were all on sale, so it worked out nicely, too. I like buying the cute stuff. I buy so much stuff at Dollarama that when I can buy cute stuff, I can. You have a full plate, please. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that very much. I love you guys so much. Favorite orange in deco art is tangerine. I wonder if I have that one. No, I've got bright orange. Do I have tangerine? I gotta go looking for it now, because if I don't, I should go get it. I don't think I do. No, I've got... Oh, dumping my paints in the garbage can. So my deco art... Huh, there we go. The only deco art orange that I have is bright orange. So I'm going to have to go looking for tangerine. I love those light oranges. They're so pretty. All right, let's give this a shake. Thank you, Kim. Ooh. All right, so let's see what these are like. Thick and stringy. All right. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I wonder if shaking them a little bit more will work. Did you see how stringy that was? These might end up being in paint pots and not being used with this thing. Maybe shaking it. Maybe it just needs a good shake. Let's just assume it needs a good shake. So the colors that I got are Shoreline. They were on sale for $1. So I got 2 of Shoreline. I got what is this one? Hot Saffron, a dark orange. I got this turquoise, Craft Smart turquoise. Craft Smart Sailing Sky, which I thought was kind of nice. It looked kind of almost like a denim-y periwinkle. Grape Taffy. Now this one just says acrylic paint. I wonder if I got satin finish. Because this one says matte. This one says matte. This one does not say matte. Interesting. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to keep shaking this for a second. We'll try these out and see how they go. Nope. A little bit better. Still very stringy. See that? All right. Well, could be good for top dots. Could be good for swoops too. Definitely wouldn't be doing any fast walking dots with it. But then again, I can just tap it. And that is kind of cool that I can just tap it and go. But anyways, cheap experiment at least. And a pretty color orange no matter what. So we'll be able to use that for something. It's much lighter in person too. The lighting's kind of crappy in here. All right, so let's just have some fun and swatch these other colors. So, ooh, oh, she needs a lot of shaking. She might need some, I might need to use some of the stainless steel ball bearings maybe. Patty! Watching a not so exciting movie. What movie are you watching? Miss Audrey's doing good. She was up on the bed for a little bit, but I think she's out in the living room now. Not happy that I was coming in to do something else. Hi, Paula. Barb. Hi, guys. It's good to see ya. Thanks for coming and hanging out. All right. Well, that's a little bit better. It still needs more shaking, but I'm tired and I don't want to. This is a nice dark orange. This will need some pouring medium probably too. But again, it's not mixed up properly, so nice dark. It's like a dark pumpkin orange almost. Ashley and Tara, say hi. Say hi back, please. All right. So then we have Lush Foliage. Oops. Oh, that's pretty. Oh. Yeah. That's a really pretty green. Really pretty. All right, let's keep going with the Craft Smart ones. I'm gonna get my plastic lids off here. Paula's practicing brush strokes. Very nice. That's awesome. Are you having fun with it? How are you feeling with them, Paula? Do you have any questions? That's a pretty turquoise. That's really pretty. Those three colors together look nice too, eh? And then if you did top dots in the light orange. Anybody doing any painting? Cara's painting today. Paula's practicing brush strokes. Anybody else? What have you been working on the last couple of days? I'm sorry I wasn't able to go live yesterday. I had my bowling banquet last night, so that was fun. Won some money. I did my course, Paula. I did it with Katerina Krivolap. I can spell that for you, or I can find a pen and a piece of paper, and then you can take a screenshot. Why don't I do that? That might be easier. I think she's on TikTok now, but she's definitely on Instagram. And that's who I did my brushstroke course with. She's got all kinds of different courses on her website as well. She's got brushstroke practice sheets. Yeah, she's got lots of good resources. I think she has a masterclass group as well. That's my goal. One of these days, I want to join that and just be a part of all of it. They get together like weekly and stuff, kind of like we do. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, Cara's painting today too. Isn't that cool, Patty? I can't wait to see the birdhouse. So Patty asked how the birdhouse was coming along. Have you chosen, what colors are you doing too, Cara? Let us know. Yeah, it was fun, Vicky. Tina's going to be painting afternoon. Oh, the Bliss piece. Oh, fun. I'm dying to get back to that one. Because that one's fun. Look at that color. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh, shoot, I didn't. Haha, that color. That light blue. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So that was Shoreline in Deco Art Americana. You're welcome, Paula. Keep telling myself I need to clean before I paint. I was working on paper crafts yesterday. Yeah, it's hard, right? When you're like, I want to do this, but in order to do that, I've got to do these 5 steps that lead up to it. Yeah, very much a robin's egg blue, isn't it? Yep. It's really pretty. It's giving me ideas. Actually, we might have something new to start on. We'll see what we do today, but I want to do a brushwork piece in teals and blues and whites and maybe like champagne golds and stuff on a beige background. Oh, how do you get psyched for that? Oh, Debbie. I mean, Vicky. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's not fun. Well, I'm glad you're here to maybe take some breaths and be ready for that. No, I'm sorry you have to go through that. I hope it helps you feel better once it's done, though. I hope it feels really worthwhile. Right? The blues and the lavender look good too, eh? Okay, let's add another blue. So this one is Sailing Sky. This is the one that was kind of like a periwinkle. Definitely more of a blue. That's the light teal. Let's zoom out here. These are the ones that I just used over here. And this is that blue one. It's reminding me very much of one of the first big round paintings I did that was all teal. The same one that I did. Remember I did the box that was the teals and the dotted? It was around the same time I think that I did the very first teapot and when I did the auction then. Keep my fingers crossed for you, Vicky. Yeah, this is kind of almost a denim-y blue. This one I think would be really pretty like as a background color, and then do like pastels on it or something, even like white with yellow, like a light butter yellow brush stroke or something on top of that would be pretty. Not pretty. So many ideas. All right, awesome. All right, so we have swatched. We will grab the neon bliss drops now, and we will work on the next section of the neon bliss teapot. And we'll see where we're at for timing when that is done, and then maybe we'll get started with something new. I feel like we need to take these colors and we need to do some brush stroke swatches with them too. So what I'll do is I have a canvas that's already prepped in beige. I think we might, let me think on that. Okay, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Let me think on that for a bit. All right, so let's grab all of our neon bliss drops. So we have purple, green, blue, pink, orange, and yellow. So here are our 6 neon colors. I feel like a couple of those paints could be good base colors. I've got, so many ideas. So many ideas. My next big project is I need to clear off my table in the living room because I have a fancy secret project I'm going to start working on in there that I'll show you later. Not today, but it's coming and it's going to be really, really fucking cool. So I want to get that table cleared off. So I've got a couple things that I need to varnish and slap a command strip on them and get them up on the wall, I think, just to get them off of the space. And then I can set up for that project. But before I set up for that project, I'm going to do some base coating of a couple things so that I have a bunch of stuff ready to start painting whatever's next. So I'm just going to take all my lids off here. And let's grab... I'm going to need... that's right. I need to get my wedge. I've got a wedge, one of the silicone wedges from Devon Dotting. Gonna get that out and it will help support the teapot from underneath. Verse has coming along good, Patty, Cara said. Wonderful. Excited to see it. Patty, you been doing any painting? You made any stones lately? And what account can I see your stones on Instagram, Patty? Which account should I be looking at to see them? Because I feel like I don't know that I can see the account that you're posting them to. So Kim, what are you going to do with your 2 weeks off? Are you having a chill couple of weeks? What are you doing with your time off? So happy for you. That's going to be so good for you to take some breaths, eh? You going to do some painting? Oh, I got to turn my electric blanket up. It is still freaking cold here. Are you chilly, Patty? It's, what was it today? It was minus 15 Celsius today. So I don't know what that equates to in Fahrenheit. Hi, Steffi. How you doing? We just played with some paint colors. We swatched some paint colors that I picked up on sale at Michael's the other day. And I'll show them to you here. There's this light kind of orange. It's much lighter in person. And then these swoops over here are the colors I picked up. All of these paints were all $1 a bottle. So I knew that that was something that needed to happen. Not often you walk down the paint aisle at Michael's and you see $1 stickers and sale signs on different stuff. So it made me wonder if the colors are getting discontinued or not. Is that what the conversion is, Steffi? So yeah, that's the temperature here today. It's just chilly today. All right, let's get the teapot. So this is where we are at for our Neon Bliss teapot. So we're gonna try and replicate this 1.5 over here. So I'm gonna need to get out my flexible tape measure, which I saw earlier. Oh yeah, I wound it up and tried to put it away. And I've got my stencil as well. Now, unfortunately, when I went to buy a new fine tip chalk pen, they only had the white ones. So I'm still gonna have to make do with my fluorescent one on here. But yeah. Is Shoreline discontinued? Maybe I need to go back then. I might need to go back and get more of it. 72 yesterday. Like, literally more than 65 degrees warmer. Oh, I miss warm. I'm so excited for warm. I'm so beyond ready to not wear socks. I hate socks. I'm so sick of socks. And, oh, I'm just so ready to be warm. I'm ready to not, I'm just ready to not be cold all the time. All right, I feel like I need to take some notes. I feel like my brain is probably not going to retain any numbers that I try to throw at it. So I'm going to... my goal is to eventually have an actual notebook that sits beside me all the time and is organized, and I can have my notes in it, like, hey, maybe this is the idea notebook, and then this is the notebook I write down patterns in, and this is the notebook that I just like have as a scratch pad. But so far, that hasn't happened. I do have a notebook that got water on it the other day because I left it too close to the window when it was raining and water got in, so it's now all curled all to crap. So I'm going to start that project over again. But we do have a piece of paper, so I will take it. What I want to do is I want to measure the distance from here to here and here so that I can just get my measurements right, so I can mark my centers going out to this edge and see how they're going to match up. Steffi, I'm mass buying crap from Temu today. Yeah. So does it count when you've ordered it ahead of time, or does it count when it actually gets to you, though, Steffi? I was watching a video of a small business, and she had ordered $30,000 worth of her inventory. It was the biggest order she'd ever made in her life. She made it months ago. And when it arrives, it is going to be after the tariffs. And she's going to have to figure out if she has to just cut her losses and send $30,000 worth of stuff back. Is that May 2nd? Oh, okay, so you got a little bit of time. Supposed to snow, Cara? Ugh. I know, eh, Patty? Like, can you imagine if it was the beginning of April and 72 degrees? Like, I'm telling you. There's a lot of argument for being a snowbird. Yeah, go to Winnipeg. We should not be complaining. You're 100% right. Yeah, we're at -15 right now. And that's the thing. It's that time of year where it just starts jumping all over the place and everybody gets sick. 3:20 for the weekend and then back to crap. Yeah, it's going to keep going. I know, me too, Cara. Enough of the snow already. Anything? Well, and that's the truth too, right? Like everything is changing so quickly that it's. I remember seeing once that I saw somebody who's like doing one of those back and forth conversation TikToks skit things, and one person's like, "Hey, did you hear the ocean's on fire?" And then the other person's like, "Uh-huh." And yeah, and did you hear that aliens are real? Uh-huh. Hey, and did you hear that there's a meteor on its way and it has a chance that it's gonna hit Earth? Uh-huh. Why aren't you upset about all this? Like, it's gonna be something new every damn day, right? It's like people talking about the once in a lifetime financial crisis for millennials. Yeah, there's been like 5 of those. So which one? Which one was supposed to be the once in a lifetime kind of crisis? Um, we have entire salons in our area that almost double priced. Yeah, right? It's just not there. Um and there's a lot of things that can't be made in the US yet. Right? Like I get that there's a drive for US manufacturing and everything and using US products and all of that, but which is wonderful. But what are you going to do between now and when those industries are actually built up enough to be able to maintain anything, right? Like it's, wait until you can already do it at home and say we can do it at home. It's all right here. We've been doing it and we can do it well and whatever, right? It's just so scary. So scary. Exactly. And that's the thing, right? Like if it used to cost me $1.25 to make my product, right? And now it costs me $4, then the price of my product is going to go up accordingly, right? And the customers are the ones that are going to pay the price for that. I mean, getting snow since November. Yeah, no kidding, Cara. We need green and flowers, eh? Yeah, it's devastating. Yep, they should have known better, eh, Patty? $200. Yep, should have known better. It is. It's really scary. Hi, Debbie. No, exactly. There's a reason. There's a reason for all of it. And that's the thing, right? Like, you want to tariff stuff that you've already got ready in the US and you've got functioning manufacturers and supply chains and, you know, all of that sort of stuff, fill your booth. But you don't even have that stuff yet, right? So what's going on? What is going on? I don't get it. Anyways, we just have to play it by ear. That's the big thing, I think. Okay, so these are basically 4.1 centimeters apart. All right. Are you back home now, Debbie? Okay, let me pull this in through here. Let me make sure that this is straight. Looks like it to me. So we go 4.1 and then we go to 8.2. So that one's going to have room for an entire one. So we're going to move this over to 4. We're going to do something different here. We're going to just slowly move it over and make the space just a little bit bigger by like 2 millimeters, so nobody will ever know. No one will ever know. So now we go to say 4.2.5 millimeters here, here, and then we go to 8.5 there. That's what we're gonna do. Yes, ma'ams. Yes, ma'ams. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. So now I need to grab my stencil, and we are gonna do our other markings. Flexible tape measure no longer required. A view for you, perhaps, would be helpful. All right, let me come back in bed. Tariffs are dumb. It's just big. 100%, Vicky. Team are going to be like, hey, Steffi, move, because we need your random orders. Like, light up toilet seats. I know, right? Still in Arizona for a couple hours, waiting on the internet people. They should be by any time now. Oh, they canceled on you on Monday? Oh, that sucks, Debbie. That's so frustrating. Well, I hope they get there soon. Okay, so I'm just using this to help me kind of stand this up a bit. Well, you are there. You are there. There. All right. So then we go here, here. Oops. Here, here, and here. Here, here. Here, here, and here. Okie dokie. Now I gotta do the one in the corner without smudging. If they don't show up soon, I'll cancel my order and go with a different company. That's smart. Not the only shop in town, folks. Boop. Come on, stay right there. Stay. No. Stay. No. No. Listen. Tape or stencil, because I need tape. That's why I said tape. And of course I put tape away the other day because I was cleaning. And I actually put something away for a change. So I'm going to try and use washi tape and see what that does for me. See if that'll help me out a little bit. Bing. Bing. So we were driving to our bowling banquet last night. And we were downtown and we drove past this bandstand that's in the downtown of where I live. And we drive by and we can see that there's all of these production vehicles. We're driving by them and they all say production company and stuff. And then we see all these guys walking around with walkie-talkies and vests and stuff, looking all busy, and as they would, right? And so then we drive by this bandstand, and you could tell that they were filming because there was cameras everywhere, and there were 5 bodies hanging from the top of the bandstand, and then there was all this crowd of people, and then all of these kind of militarized looking people and everything. And the first thing that popped into my head is, oh my God, they filmed The Boys here in my town. Maybe I'm gonna get to see somebody from The Boys. The main guy in The Boys was also in Lord of the Rings, so I'm obsessed in that fashion as well. But then a couple of the cast members from Supernatural are also now on The Boys, and I just had this moment, I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna run into someone from Supernatural on the street in my hometown. So then we got to the banquet. Somebody else thought that it could be, they filmed a couple of episodes of Reacher here, only to find out that we were both wrong, and they are filming the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. It's a series that's going to be called The Tempest. It's about a book that she wrote in 2019. So it's the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. And apparently some of The Handmaid's Tale was filmed here too. All right, I'm behind, so let me go back. That's really weird, Kim. Yeah, maybe try rebooting the app. I don't know if that's going to work. I wonder if your internet is kicking in and out at all. Does the video lag up at all, or just the sound? Might try fiber instead of cable. No, if they can't get it together, that's crazy. Has anyone worked with triple thick? First time putting it on rocks. Wonder how many coats it will take. Good question. I have very little. I'm glad Tina answered that for you. Mom's doing okay, Kim. Mom's doing all right. She's tired. She's not sleeping great. But she's doing okay. She's doing all right. She had a bad day yesterday for breathing, but she's been feeling better today. So she is resting now. I know, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to see Jared and Jensen walking down the street. I'm going to see Sam and Dean. And Cass is in it too. I'm like, oh my God, I can't handle this. Only to go, oh, no, not even from the same show, but I got my hopes up. It would have been really neat. But there's been a lot of stuff filming out this way now, so I got to keep my eyes open because they are going to be filming here. So maybe... Kind of neat, eh? Just released its current season. I haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale, Cara, and so I don't know a ton of detail about it. And to be quite honest, I've avoided it. Because I don't know if I'm mentally able to kind of get through it, because it's really upsetting. It's basically what happens when women's rights are gone. It's a lot. Yeah. It is terrifying, and it's very terrifying, and it's way too close to the potential reality of today, right? It's really, really scary. Not in a horror movie kind of way, but just in scary subject matter. I hope so too, Kim. Thank you. I feel so bad when she's struggling. I feel like there's nothing I can do to help her, you know? Oh, I don't have my glasses. Hold on 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I would say, though, that if you can watch it, it is definitely... It feels like one of those shows that's kind of important in a lot of ways. I think not to scare kids and stuff either, but you know, there's lessons in there. There's a lot in there. They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. Psych. Yeah. Way too close. I know, right? Please. Yeah, it's a lot. No, the inconsistency is another part of the problem, right? Yeah. And what I should have done with this is I should have flipped this around, because once I'm done painting here, I'm not going to be able to paint that one because I need to turn it around and flip it upside down so that I have somewhere to paint here. So we'll get this one section done, then we'll do the next section next time. Yeah. Only it's the entire society is turned into a cult. Right? Like, yeah. That one's not big enough, is it? Nope, it's not. Answered my own question. Nope, I just messed it up. So I'm going to take that off and we're going to try again. Try again, please. Very well done. Watch during COVID lockdown was really good. Yeah. It is very, very scary stuff. All right, now we can move on to purple. Schitt's Creek, right? Schitt's Creek is great. Schitt's Creek is good for the soul. Oh, I'm clogged again. I must have left my paints without the lid on again. Pooper. You guys hold on one second. I'm just going to go check and see if Mom needs any help. I'll be right back. Sorry, you guys. I'm back. Well, that's a really good question, Kim. I have no idea what I'm doing this evening. Oh, no. Tonight is, sorry, my apologies. I do know. Tonight is the Inspiration Deck card pull live. So that is for paid members tonight. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to watch and to handle and to process, I find. All right, I'm gonna see if this worked, if I was able to unclog this. Yay, I did. Yeah, tonight is the inspiration deck, so we've got to pull a new card for the month. And I have no idea what we're going to paint on, but we'll figure it out. If anybody is not familiar with the inspiration deck, a couple years ago I made a deck of cards, much like a tarot deck of cards. Or you might see writing inspiration decks, like decks of cards with random writing prompts, that kind of thing. And I made one for dot mandalas. I put pictures of my art on one side, different phrases that can be used for inspiration on the other side. And every month we get together during a live on Patreon and pull a couple of cards. And everyone's kind of left to their own devices to paint whatever they would like. It's not like a workshop, but it's I paint what I'm working on, and of course anybody else is welcome to paint what I'm doing as well, whatever I get kind of inspired to do, and or come up with their own ideas and see where the inspiration from the cards leads them. So it's really fun. And it's available for Patreon members. If you go to Patreon and check out the Inspired tier, that is where we do those lives. There's also a video archive that you get access to, and you get access to all of my written patterns for free as well. And I think it's $3 or $4 a month. I think something like that anyway. All right, just making sure I actually got the clog out of here. I don't think I did. Sorry, I'm just trying to unclog another paint here. I have a really bad habit. Please remember, this is not a reflection on Tara's paints. This is a reflection on me and my brain walking away from my table and leaving paints in their little holders without lids on for too long. You're welcome, Kim. Dun, 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 dun. All right, last one, yellow. Ding, 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 ding. Did you decide on your colors for the Bliss design, Tina? What are you gonna go with? And I need to find more cotton swabs. Hold on a second. I think they're right here. I have a little bathroom paper cup that I usually keep full of cotton swabs. And I have not kept it full in a while. I saw this video of a girl, a woman, sorry, not a girl. I think it's called Teaching Over the Rainbow is her account. And she has a separate room in her house that is just for resin, which I think is so cool. But she has a cool setup. And what really kind of struck me with her is that she's got like this routine. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. She's got this end of day routine or end of whatever session she's working on in there, however long she's been in there, where she, you know, folds up tables. She restocks certain supplies to make sure they're ready for the next time she goes in there. She wipes down tables. She puts things away where they're supposed to be. And it looks like, wow, like she's really setting herself up for success. And then I kind of say, I'd like to be like that when I grow up one day. I don't know how capable I am of it, but I would really like to, because that sounds like I imagine cleaning up my studio and, you know, wiping down the tables, putting, you know, cloths away, always washing out my brushes and my tools properly, and cleaning out the paint water and rinsing out my cloths that I wipe my tools on while I'm painting, right? Like, and just have it clear and ready to go. Sometimes she gets her next projects out and ready for the next day. It was just so satisfying to watch her. Thank you for the bless you. Yeah, it just really struck me. I'm like, I'd like to do that. That looks really, really satisfying. But I do, of course, wonder how realistic it is. Do you guys do that sort of stuff? Do you do like a nighttime cleanup before you go to bed kind of idea? Oh, and these two dots are touching. So let's just remove these two dots. I'm going to fill this in with the dotting tool because I don't want to mess around here. Here we go. Right, Debbie? Not in your DNA. And that must be really hard, because I would, when I hear about you moving and getting to set up your space and everything, that's when it feels really good, right? Like you get stuff put in there and you're like, okay, it's exactly the way I'd want it, right? And then you start working in it and then nothing goes back to the same place. But there is that feeling of that fresh start when you move, like maybe this time. You either, Vicky? It does sound lovely, though, to be able to do that, doesn't it? Like, I don't know. I think it sounds wonderful. I can't imagine what that would be like. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, let me move my camera here. Wild Thistle and Bambi. Oh, that's going to look so pretty. It's going to be so sparkly. I can't wait to see. Sorry for interrupting the cooking. Let me go with purple. Right? Do ya? You sit and think about that? And how long will it stay the way that I do it? I often wonder, though, like if I had a set of instructions to follow at the end of every day, would I do it? I've been playing a lot with AI and ChatGPT and stuff, and I think I'm going to get it to set up create a routine for me, like an end of night routine for me, just to see what it comes up with and to see if I can follow up on it or not. You do? You clean the room before you leave the craft room? That's amazing. Right, Kim? It does. It sounds so good, eh? Belated poo blessings to you. That's okay. Thank you for the poo blessings. For anybody new here who does not know the Blessed Poo story or where that came from, our friend Molly, she was trying so hard to type in bless you, but her autocorrect kept betraying her. And it kept coming in blessed poo. And then she'd keep typing it in over and over again, just in all caps and exclamation marks. Like, blessed poo, blessed poo, blessed. No, that's not what I'm saying. So it just became a thing. Plus, it's a nice covert way of saying holy shit. Right? Paint until you're drop and then too tired to clean up. Yeah. Or the number of times I paint thinking I'm going to go back and keep working, and then I don't. That happens a lot too. Like, oh yeah, I'll come back to this in an hour. And then 3 days later, you're like, oh crap. I didn't put that stuff away because I was going to come back. And that looks really, really crappy. So I'm going to redo this swoop again. It's lumpy. Because I was on a bad angle. So this is easily fixed. Easy peasy. Gary Sinise. There we go. All right, up like that. Prop you up more. That will make a difference. Teapot, please just stay put. Da-na-na-na-na. You get ready for the next day. That's awesome, Tina. I just toss a blanket over the craft crap on the dining table and past the point of carrying. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be doing it for anybody else's discomfort. Couldn't care less. I dated a guy, and he I have like weird stuff around my house, right? Like I have this a tissue box cover that's an orca carved out of wood, and the tissue comes out of its blowhole. I've got some light switch covers that are hand painted that look a little cartoonish, but not really. I would just say they look hand painted. And he just had so much to say about how immature my home was, and isn't it a little childish to have all of this stuff? I broke up with him that night. He left. And I'm like, yep, we're done here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm like, you don't live here. And that's what I told him when he was there. And I'm like, well, you don't live here, so you don't get a say in what my apartment has or doesn't have in it. And if these are the things that are the make or break things in a relationship, then you need to really think about it, because I have no intention of ever changing this stuff. I always intend to have stuff around my home that makes me happy just to look at it. It doesn't have to serve any other purpose other than that it makes me smile. Yeah, he didn't last long. When sister's over and upset because she only has a 10 by 10 square on the table for her laptop, me, you have options, right? Like, there's plenty of other things you can do. That's my favorite answer now, is you chose to come here. Well, don't you care about making your home more comfortable for other people? I'm like, absolutely not. It's just like when somebody says, if you keep doing that, no man is ever going to going to want to marry you. And I'm like, promise? Promise? I'm okay with that. I am perfectly happy sitting back and watching all of my friends and their wonderful husbands having wonderful, wonderful lives. I'm thrilled for it because there's some amazing men out there. Do I want one in my house? No, not right now. Maybe that'll change someday. Maybe. But no. Oh, no, please, no. Right, Kim? Like, hell no. I saw a t-shirt on Temu and I want to get it. And all it says on the front is, oh, hell no, I won't. Oh, no, sorry, it doesn't say that. It says, the fuck I won't. I'm like, oh, I need that shirt. My craft room is in the basement. I clean my desk at the end of the day. The next day it's awesome because I love the sound of that patty. Oh, yes. Yeah, I gotta come up with a way to make that happen. Right, Barb? Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. So now we will do the next ones. And you know, I need to... No, it's fine. All right, here we go. Right? They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. It's like some kid sitting in the back of a room switching the light switch off and on. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. You know how we'll know if it's on? It'll just be on one day. It'll just happen. Because we'll lose the ability to pay attention to it after a while. Hi, Nicole. You found your... Yay, welcome. Hi, it's lovely to meet you. Welcome to the Dot family. Are you new to Dot Mandala painting, Nicole, or just new here with us today? And let me know if you have any questions. My name is Jamie. Welcome to the crew. Could not ask for a better group of people to hang out with. We're so lucky over here, so we're so glad you're here. All right, so now I need to do the next two swoops. And then how are we doing? All right, we got some time. So, oh shit. I should probably put an 18+ warning on my YouTube. I've been getting a little more free with the swearing lately. Absolutely, I'm not bashing men. I'm not bashing men at all. It's like saying, I love cows, right? I like elephants. Do I want one in my house? No, but I appreciate that there's wonderful ones out there, and I'm glad they exist. I want to make that clear. There's some amazing men, and I'm very lucky that my dad was one of those, and he is why I have faith in humanity in a lot of ways. So he's my shining example of that. You know, I got to live in a world where my dad existed. That's all I need. Right? Yeah, exactly. Like it's a poker game. You're bluffing. Am I, though? Yeah. I'm choosing to try to stay as informed as I need to be for my day-to-day survival, while still making sure that I have plenty of time not focusing on it for some mental health recovery, right? Okay, there we go. So now, last part of this one is going to be, for now, doing our center dot, which needs to be bigger. And that is where we're going to leave it, because we're not going to be able to progress this anymore without me sticking my hands in that paint. So what we are going to do is I'm going to put my lids back on my bliss drops. I'm going to put them aside. Then I'm going to move the teapot as well and kind of clear the space. And we are going to grab, I've got a canvas out there that needs some touch-ups on the base coat. So we're going to grab that. And yeah, we're going to play with some color and stuff too, because I've got some ideas based on the swatches that we just did. I've got some brushstroke ideas in my head too. So what would you guys, we've done a lot of brushstroke stuff lately. Do you guys want to see me work on a brushstroke piece, or do you want to see me work on a classic quote unquote dot mandala piece? Right? Fill it with Skittles. Right? Oh, I love your teapot. Is it a teapot though? What do you put in there? Yeah, it's not you or me. It's us together that's crap. Exactly. Exactly. New to the group. I've been around for a good bit, but hadn't joined on here till now. Was looking for something that sung to me more. And you're just what I was needing. Oh, wonderful. It's wonderful to have you here. Pour the magic. Yeah, exactly. Pour the rainbow. All right, so I'm going to go and set this up on the top of my table and prop it up. I want to prop it up just like I do the mugs, right? With the wet part facing the ceiling so that the paint doesn't slide all over the place. And then we'll continue to do a little tidying up around here. Ooh, shit. There we go again. There we go. All right, so let's see what I can do here. I'm going to grab here and here. I'll be right back. All right, I think I've got it braced properly. We should be good while it's drying. Of course. Of course. Let's paint. So Nicole, if it's helpful for you, I do have a tutorial playlist here on YouTube that has about 35 free videos. They're Facebook Live tutorials that I actually filmed back in 2020, end of 2020, beginning of 2021. But there's a lot of tutorials on start to finish projects that are the different techniques, like multiple rows of dots, getting your spacing down, walking dots, doing spirals, different things like that. Full start to finish projects. So if that's helpful for you, they are here on my YouTube channel for free in that tutorials playlist. So if you go to my main page, go and look at playlists, you will find one in there. And let me know if you have any questions at all. All right, I'm just going to move and clear a little bit more space here. I'm going to bring back a canvas. I'll be right back. All right. So we've got this. I think we need to go lighter on it. I don't know. I don't know if these colors are going to show up great on this, or I'm not sure. Hold on, I'm just going to grab a brush. So I don't know if we should go lighter than this. I've got a few different lighter colors. Now what I was thinking of doing with this one was, remember we were practicing the teal brush strokes? I was thinking of doing that on this color. And then we could do this on a different color. What do we think? Scrolling past. I know, right, Barb? Oh, fantastic. Oh, awesome, Nicole. Okay, great. So there'll be lots of resources in there for you as well. Lovely. Well, welcome to YouTube, welcome to Patreon. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And Patreon's a great, just a great way for staying in touch too, right? Because we can message back and forth there nice and easily, all that good stuff. Can't wait till this. I know, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, Patty, I'm like, I don't know if that's the best thing you get out of it. I think you got the short straw. Are you guys gonna be disappointed if I do brushwork? Even with different colors? Everybody all right with that? I need a cookie. Oh yeah, they're they're damn near impossible to only eat one, eh? They're so good. So I either need to do a second coat of this color base coat, or we can change it to buttermilk, or we can change it to light buttermilk. Yeah, totally, exactly. You're sticking your hand back in over and over and over again. That one actually might be buttermilk. So there's buttermilk, and then there's light buttermilk on top of that. I feel like this one is this color, and then this is going to be even lighter. Right, like those little mini donuts, whenever you can get them at the fair and stuff, that are the cinnamon coated and the sugar conuts, those like little tiny Tim's donuts. You give me a bag of those. You could give me 4 bags of those. They give you a bag. I'm like, there's 5 in here. I could loop one through each finger. I don't need a bag. Give me a bag for 15 or 20, man. Like, make it worth my while. Rice Krispies made ice cream sandwiches? What? You're good, Patty? Okay, cool. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely incredible. All right, we're gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna put a second coat on this while this is drying. That'll give me time to clean the palette and figure out what we're gonna do. Whoops. My thought on this one is to do another one of the ones that like curves around, but I want to do it a little bit differently, I think. I think I want to do like waves this way. So remember how I did like the ones that's like the wreath? This one I think I want to do in curly Q lines all the way down. Really? Kim is in California. Saw Girl Scout cookie Pop-Tarts yesterday? What? Thin Mint. Oh my God. Oh, that sounds amazing. All right, I'm going to put you guys up here for a minute while I get this painted. And then while this is drying, we might break out the heat gun. There's all kinds of little crusty bits on the sides, so I want to make sure I pick them off. Because of course I'm not going to paint the sides before we start painting the front, right? That's a lesson that I need to punish myself with at least 5 or 6 more times before I actually make a change in the way I do things. That is one little bit of a disclaimer for Nicole and anybody else who is new here, is that I will never ever promise to tell you the right way to do things, the best way to do things, the easiest way to do things, the fastest way to do things. I will only ever just be able to show you how I do things, and you will get to see very, very quickly that I do things the hard way a lot. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes because sometimes it's just a more enjoyable process, so I don't mind it not being the easiest or the fastest or the most efficient or anything like that, right? But I will always show you how I do it. But there's going to be lots of times where you're like, why don't you just do it this way, Jamie? And I'll either say, because I never thought of it, never even occurred to me, or I'm fine this way, I don't really need or want to change, right? Or there's always the conversations too of where I've tried it and for whatever reason it didn't work out for me. But always remember, it's a very personal thing of how you want to do things. You don't have to do them any one which way. And the best thing that you can ever do for learning is to learn from as many different people as you possibly can, because everyone's going to have their own way of doing things, and you're going to pick up different things, like a few from me, a few from Jenna, a few from Tara, a few from Cindy, other artists that you meet and follow along the way, right? It's I need way more paint on here. It's important to kind of pick and choose the stuff that works for you, and never apologize for doing it the way that you want to do it, right? It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else. I said that to somebody, and they're like, well, it kind of does need to make sense to other people if you're teaching it. I'm like, no, I just need to be able to explain how I do it, so if they want to do it the same way I do, that they can, right? So it's all about gathering information, and I will always, always, always encourage you guys to follow and learn from as many different artists as you can. Every single one is going to have something different to teach you. You're going to learn different things from Ashley than you're going to learn from me. Everyone has their own way of doing things, right? Oh, this paint is so thick. I need to start watering it down before I do a base coat, because this is a problem, and it smells terrible. This one smells like house paint. I hate when I open up my craft paint and it smells like I should be putting it on my walls. Ugh, it stinks. And it's so thick. So I'm going to get a blotchy background. Maybe I need a brush instead of the sponge. Hold on a sec, I'll be right back. You know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spray it with a bit of water. See if that can help it spread around a bit. Oh, that's better. Yay! Much better. Son of a gun, it worked. All right, and I will be back to the comments in just a couple of minutes as well. Bear with me. Just trying to get some of these little imperfections out of here. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, yay. What a difference. All right. We'll find out after if it has a negative impact on the background or not, but I don't think it will. Still a little sloppy, but you know what? I'm going to cover most of it because I know I'm going to be doing brush work on it, right? I don't need to have too much of the background color even showing. So if it's a little bit blotchy and a little imperfect, I don't know that I really care. I feel like with some of these bigger canvases, I need to start rolling the paint on though. All right. Whew. She's stinky. All right, I'm gonna move that off to the side. We will clean out the palette and get out the paints. And then I'll get out the heat gun and we'll sit and watch paint dry together. All right, let me bring you back down here. Oops. Oops. Right there. Scrolling down. Yeah, Pop-Tarts are great. Frosted cherry are my favorite. And we used to not be able to get them in Canada. We can get them in Canada again now. You're so in, Nicole. Awesome. Yay. You're stuck with us now, my friend. 6 times 1 hour videos doing and undoing guidelines. Because that's the reality of what we do, though. It's just the reality of what we do. Sometimes that happens, right? There you go. Vicky got it. Yeah. Dot Mandela's After Dark. All right, so I'm just going to scrape this paint out of here. And then we will see how our canvas is drying. I'm so happy that it's going to be getting nice out soon because it means I can get it. There's a bunch of stuff that I have that I need to sand. And so I'm going to be able to take it outside soon and get it sanded and ready. Patty gave me a bunch of really cool wood, different wood things that, and a bunch of wood boxes. So I'm going to get a bunch of them sanded because definitely have to paint more boxes. Got so many ideas. Oops. I literally just chucked that tool across the room. Did you see that? Whoops. Whoops. That's the new word. You take a drink every time I say oops or it's fine. But it is, again, it's the reality. If anybody ever tries to convince you that at some point, or if you try to convince yourself that at some point you're going to stop making quote unquote mistakes, it's just not the reality of it. You might make fewer mistakes, but you're never going to not make any. And the biggest difference is settling into knowing that if you make a mistake, if you want to change something, then it's not that hard to do. It can be inconvenient, it can be frustrating, but there's very little that's not fixable, right? Like even when we've swiped our arms through entire paintings, right? It's either fixable or it's not worth it and you start over and you're able to kind of cut your losses. It's easier said than done in a lot of cases, but that's what for me anyway, that's what I feel gets easier. Is like, yeah, well, that happens. Sure. Sometimes you still need to walk away and say, you know what? It's not for me today. I don't have it today. I don't have the ability to not get really, really angry. But again, I think all of those things get easier and easier over time. And when you see that you are able to fix things and get things the way that you wanted them and seeing those changes, it gets easier and easier to say, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll try something different. Right? Let me scroll back. I know I'm behind. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we don't sugarcoat it. Exactly. No surprises here. This is the way it is. There are going to be days when trying to place your first center dot is going to make you cry. It will happen. I've cried. I've screamed. I've yelled. I've had to just say, screw this. I'm out of here for days. Or I need to walk away from this project. It happens. Yeah. Oh, can you hear the birds on my phone? Hi, Eva. How are you? It's so good to see you. It's wonderful to have you here. How you been? How you doing? So, Nicole, do you have any opening questions or anything that that I can help you with? Do you know what you're going to start with? What are you looking forward to jumping in and doing first? And anybody who has been painting for a while, let's help out any newbies who are watching either now with us or that find this video in the future. Share some advice that you might have for people who are doing this for the first time. And Cara, who is recent to starting this as well, has a lot of updated resources too. Yeah, I've been pretty busy, Eva. I've missed you too. It's so good to see you. It's nice to be able to have a chance to see ya. Life is so busy. Makes it that much more special when we have time to actually spend together like this, eh? Okay, I'm going to grab these 3 paints. I don't know that I'm going to use the darkest. And I don't even know that I'm going to use this color. So this is a little bit more teal compared to the blue of this. It's a nice thin paint. So it could be really, really nice for brushwork. That being said, I also have this is Bahama Blue, which is probably the one that would be in the same family as this, that I can make different shades of with white. And I also have, what are you? Oh, that's Bahama Blue again. What are you? Dutch Aqua, what are you? I don't know, I really like that color. feel that I want to start over with a different color. I don't know. What do you guys think? Jess is here. Hi, Jess. I'm scrolling back. Yeah, he finally unpacked everything exactly. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm hoping to start being able to do some more daytime lives over the next little while, too. Excuse me. We're going to do this time on... I've got a couple different things planned for this weekend. So part of me is thinking of using just this color in white. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I wonder now if I have... I feel like I had a piece that was prepped with this base color. Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Another oopsie. Bear with me 2 seconds, you guys. I'm just going to see if I can find... if I did create a thing to swatch on this color. Did not. Now, actually, there's one other spot it might be. Hold on. Nope, no luck. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit of this paint on this one. We're going to swatch it. That's what we got to do just to be sure. And I think that would be a good thing. So bear with me 1 sec. We're going to grab that paint again. And we'll do some swatching. First time I tried to say that, I had a paintbrush in my mouth. Was not the best plan. Bing. Fart, fart, fart. Wada, wada, wada. It's not going to be perfect, but it's gives us an idea. Not going to be as solid as the canvas, but again, just to give us the idea. What's new, Jess? What you been up to? You doing okay? Debbie, any luck? Have they showed up yet? Getting ready to kick some ass or what? Okay, so let's put this over there. Let's take this. I'm going to grab the heat gun, and then we're going to have a look at what we're going to do here. Okay, water bottle can go over there. I don't think we'll actually get to painting today, so we're going to leave the canvas for now, and we'll just focus on the swatching here. All right, noise in 3, 2, 1, like a hairdryer. To make sure I don't cook the board. Bahama Blue. So do different shades of the Bahama Blue. All right. I think that'll look nice, eh? And if I do a couple different shades, like this one, maybe almost an in-between one like this, right? Because I can just mix some white and have a couple shades of that. And then use white to brighten it up. I think that might be kind of cool. dry. Almost. All right, so I'm going to do a test as well with Shoreline. We'll do a test with Shoreline and white, and we'll do a test with Bahama Blue and white. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to use... So let's do Bahama Blue first. Not yet. Have the phone number right here to be ready. Atta girl. Nothing new, Jess? Same poop, different pile, huh? Oop. All right, so let's do some of you. Oops. We're gonna put out some white paint. I remembered to pick up new big bottles of my white and my black deco art yesterday. Very pleased with myself. Yesterday? No, Monday. Shake. All right. I think you're 100% right, Tina. I think it's going to be the teal. I think the blue might not be bright enough, but we're going to try them both just to see how it looks. Okay, I'm just grabbing a brush. And here we go. All right, so we're going to do a Bahama Blue with a white tip. So it looks like this. See the white tip? That's so pretty. Now we're going to do white with the Bahama Blue tip. Those both look really pretty. Okay, so now we are going to... Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna... We'll try the other one just so we have it swatched, but I don't think it's gonna be the winner. I think this teal is gonna be the winner, especially on the darker beige background, I think, eh? All right, so now we'll try Shoreline with a white tip. Still pretty, just definitely more muted, right? I didn't use a lot of white on the tip either, though. I should try that again. We'll flip it around, though. And the white. With the Shoreline. Still really pretty. But I don't know. I think the teal, don't you guys? What do you think, Patty? Still voting for Bahama Blue on the left or Shoreline on the right? They would both look great on this background. This one looks more like the surf than this one. Should I do a mixture of the two of them? Yeah, this one does look waterier. Yeah, that does look waterier. This Bahama Blue would, and well, both of them too, would look really pretty on like a dark chocolate brown background, eh? Kim likes the teal. Well, I think this is just telling us that both of them look good. So that means we just do 2 paintings, right? Yeah, it is nice and beachy looking, isn't it? Yeah, we just do 2 paintings, right? So we'll do Bahama Blue first. So I'm going to put some of that shoreline back in the bottle. So we'll come back to the blue. We're going to start with the Bahama Blue. We'll come back to the shoreline and do another piece with that. And we're going to start with Bahama Blue. So I really should be putting all of the paint back in because we need to do guidelines and wait for this thing to dry. So I don't think we'll get to any actual painting on this today. Now, there's still the option of doing... I could do both of the colors. That's always an option as well. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, because they both look good, don't they? You know what I'll do? Maybe after I'll draw the guidelines because that's not going to change. Still going to be doing the guidelines the same way. Still going to be doing all of that. So I'll get that stuff done. And we'll get the guidelines and stuff done. And then maybe I'll put it up on Patreon for a vote. Get everybody to vote on it for me. What do we think? Yeah, because that's a tough one. Because they both look good. Do you guys get sidetracked with like cleaning paint out of your paint bottles and stuff? Well, that one just went right up my nose, so that means I should probably stop for now. This is not the time. But I can't stop. Yeah, maybe I need to do some content on that. No one talks about the amount of time we sit and just pick at dried paint. Why is nobody tracking that statistic? And me worrying about this on a bottle that's almost empty too. Right? Things don't always have to make sense. They just have to follow, what you call it, like the prime law of creating anything is follow the fun. So if this is fun, do it. All right. Now I got to get rid of the garbage and the mess I just created in my paint bottle lid. Who's honking horns out there? So tonight on Patreon is going to be our inspiration deck. So that is going to be for our paid tiers. We get together once a month to pull a card from the inspiration deck of cards that I made and see where the cards lead us. I try to do a paint with me session for the inspiration deck live at some point later in the month as well, because we rarely get through a project all in one shot. And we didn't do one in March. We worked on the February's in March, and it's still not done. But life was chaos in March, so I wonder, oh my God, you guys, I wonder if the mint green would be the mint green metallic. If I use mint green metallic and maybe, oh no, that's too green. That might be pretty though. I could do all three of those with some mint green and maybe some white. I'm thinking white pearl and some Mirage Bliss drops maybe. And maybe even using some of the the teal shimmer Bliss drops. Shit. Can someone pull that name out of the air for me? The other color is Shoreline. It is being discontinued. It is the one that I found at Michael's for $1 a bottle on Monday. Yeah, $1 a bottle for Shoreline. There was quite a few that were on sale for $1 a bottle. Tina says she thinks the Shoreline's being discontinued, so that's very, very sad. So I'm definitely going to have to go back and see if I can buy a couple more bottles and go from there. And fingers crossed, when I get off of the call here, I'll have a voicemail from the mechanic telling me that my car's ready to go pick up. And yeah, I'll have a vehicle back again. That would be nice. Okay, so the surface is almost dry. And I'm wondering, how am I going to do this with symmetry? While, you know what I could do is if I use both colors, I could do it like a very, very subtle spiral almost. How would I do that though? How would I draw that? I'm thinking. How would I draw that? Or, oh, that could be neat too. I did have an idea once and it was really weird. But that could be really, really fun actually. But I don't know if it's this color. I think I need something with more contrast. So that idea is going to stay in the vault, I think, for now. Okay. I'm thinking. All right. Let me get this palette out of the way. Move this out of the way. That out of the way. And these out of the way. This is definitely not dry yet. But let's see what we can do here. Oops. This is not going to stay up here, is it? No, of course not. All right, so let's see. So if I could do like a curve and let that follow all the way across corner to corner. What else can I do? Or I just do it as a mandala and try to spiral the colors a bit. Now, what are we gonna do for that other? I'm used to having, like in the brushstroke pieces, right? I have In the purple one, there was the mint green. In the green one, there was gold and dark green to use for accents, to do like those curly cues and stuff. So I'm trying to think of what color I'd use for that. But that might be the white pearl option. Because that would make sense, right? If I'm doing curly cues, if I do white pearl with like, maybe find some fun way to do some walking dots with Mirage or something. That could be kind of neat. Oh, that could actually be really neat. Okay. So then I just need to figure out the shape. So let me think here. Yeah. If you're able to get to a Michael's though, Patty, you might find some. And what I'll do is, if I go back, if I'm able to, I don't know how many bottles they had, but if they had like 4 or 5 left, I'll buy them all. And then I'll send you some. Oh my God, you know what I could do? Oh my God. Okay, I got to draw this out on here. You know what I could do? Yeah, no problem. Is if I... So let me... Crappy lines, but what if I did like... that. And what if I did something, like if I could figure out how to do this, right? And have them kind of intertwine and do this one in the Bahama blue and then this one in the teal. Or I could do this one in teal, so teal plus white, or this one is white plus teal, right? So if I did 1/2 this color and 1/2 this color, or I could have the 2 colors come in. Or what I could do is do that with white plus teal, and then I could do this section in here, right? In the blue plus white. And we could do in here white plus blue. But how do I draw interlocking spirals? Because they would both need to kind of come. Okay, so I need to figure out how to draw interlocking waves. But that could be kind of neat, eh? And have them going in that way. Or I could, if I had them all come into, say, the center, right? If this one came up and did this, and then we did, oh no, that's not going to work because that's going to overlap. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to see if I can figure it out, I think. Because I think that would be really, really neat. All right, so I'll do some research on that. Tonight we're going to do the inspiration deck card pull live on Patreon. And then we've got a live tomorrow night and one on Friday. Then I just have to see where they are. One sec. Let me see here. One sec. I think that's going to be... Let me see. I'm just going to pull up my live schedule here. How did you make it with your painting today, Cara? Did you get some progress made? So tomorrow night we'll be back here. Today's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow night, Thursday, we'll be back here 7 to 9. So we will keep working on this tomorrow night. On Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern is going to be all Patreon members, free and paid. So that's going to be one where everybody who is a free or paid Patreon member can come for sure. And then Friday night we'll do TikTok. And my plan is to do 2 lives on Sunday as well. But I'll keep you guys posted, okay? Oh, wonderful, Cara. I'm so glad. I hope you have a great day too. And thanks for sitting through all the brainstorming and stuff, you guys. This was really fun. We made a bit of progress on the teapot, came up with some very interesting ideas that I know I can figure it out somehow. Yeah, that might be easier, just the 2 instead of the 4, and then have that kind of blank spot. I could even do like cluster dotting in the background. That would be kind of cool, eh? Like if we went back to this one, right? Maybe all of these are cluster dots. And cluster dots in here. And I might even be able to get them to come up so that these aren't quite touching, and I could do some, and then do the brush strokes in here. So many ideas. Go kick some ass, Debbie. And safe travels home. Lots of love to you. We'll see you tonight, Tina. Sounds wonderful. Have a good afternoon to you, Barb. Hopefully we'll see you later on today. If not, hopefully we'll run in together soon. Love you guys. Bye, Jess. Bye, Steffi. Bye, Kim. Bye, everybody. Bye, Nicole. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will regroup here on YouTube for a public live stream tomorrow night from 7 to 9. All right, you guys. Bye, Kim. Bye, Cara. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. I hope so too, Eva. Bye, Tina. Bye, Tina. We'll see you tonight. Love you. Bye, guys.